I mentioned these two particular characters in the Rob Zombie film reviews that I've done before, so I thought it's one of the funniest films horror films that I've seen, so I thought, you know what, sod it, I'll review it. It's a case of so bad it's actually quite genius. It's not serious whatsoever, and it's full of comedy. The film, Freddy Vs Jason. Now, it's one of my personal favourite horror comedy films. It's stupid. It starts with Freddy, who was dead, resurrecting Jason, who was dead, to bring people fear that Freddy Krueger was still alive, even though he was dead. Yeah, don't make much sense to me either, probably. And basically, Jason gets out of hand and Freddy tries to kill him. They end up fighting on Earth and in the dream world and back on Earth. They literally end up fighting everywhere while still killing people and hunting down a gang of teenagers, as you would expect. One thing very noticeable about this film, the soundtrack. The soundtrack is completely all metal. I will review that sometime, but it's by Roadrunner Records, and it's probably one of the finest releases. It's got songs from big metal bands such as Slipknot and Stone Sour, from Little Heard classics such as Mushroom Head and Typo Negative. I will review that sometime because the soundtrack is absolute genius. 2 discs this film is. Obviously Robert Englund, and I believe does Kane Hodder play? Give me a second. I'm not sure who plays Jason in this one, but Kane Hodder used to play him, so it might be him, I don't know. Not frightening whatsoever, and I believe when you read the reviews online from like the bigger film companies, even they say that it's quite funny. A lot of people dislike this film because it's not true to the either of the series. It's quite silly because it takes you to Elm Street and Camp Crystal Lake. But I enjoy it. I love the film to pieces, and it's genius. It's probably in my top 10 films as well. So, the ending. It ends with Jason. The original ending is it ends with Jason carrying Freddy's head while Freddy is still alive out of Camp Crystal Lake, which is sort of iconic because, sometimes in the Friday the 13th films, Jason appears out of Camp Crystal Lake at the end of it. And there's an alternate ending where, no, it's not Kane Hodder playing Jason in this. There's an alternate ending in this where the main character's boyfriend ends up splitting apart, and it ends up being... no wait, he doesn't split apart, he grows a claw hand and it ends up being Freddy. But the ending which was proposed, which was deemed too stupid, to be honest I think it was stupid not to do it now, was that it was going to end up being... a chainsaw was going to end up starting up, and it was going to be Ash from Evil Dead that had been behind it all, which I would have loved to have seen that as the ending. That would have been such a moment for every single horror fan. There was a rumour that they was going to remake this film. Now, nothing's come of it still, but you never know. I don't really want to see a remake of it because I like the original so much. It's going to have to be a 10 out of 10 for me because it's completely genius. Stupid at times, but so funny and so unbelievable that it makes it bad, but in a good way. It is literally, if you ever think of a film that's so bad it's good, this is the film for me that I think of immediately.